All right, here we go, guys. Take two. It is a Friday in the Freak Nation, and what we used to do on Fridays, we got pretty deep into it. They first started out with sexy six-pack of picks. Then they evolved into just a six-pack of freaking picks, where NCAA football, the National Football League, we're going to give you 6 games to pick from. Well, we have 6 games to pick from. This year, we're going to consider the spread. Typically, it was just win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. This year, we're going to consider the spread because why, Richie?
Because sports betting is legal in the state of Arizona for the first time. Mm-hmm. So we can bet on these games for real now. That's awesome.
Okay, here's the deal. It was perfect timing for sports betting to become legal in the state of Arizona because it happened it was announced at the beginning of August. Everybody could get ready for the NFL season. Mm-hmm. I'm watching other states on social media. Florida is still 1 month away. So you've got like half of the NFL season that people aren't going to be able to take advantage of in Florida. That just makes, never mind. It's Florida. It does make sense.
Well, true. Here's a backstory. Again, thank you, FanDuel, or DraftKings for making this thing possible. DraftKings let you know last night that for those states like Florida who cannot yet legally gamble on sports, specifically football, you can still enter to win $50,000, $100,000 with a no purchase to play on their website. We got this close to a major endorsement with one of these, whether it was FanDuel or DraftKings. I can't tell you who it was, but Crasher, we got real close to an endorsement, a national endorsement with one of these individuals.
A couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. But come to find out, we live in freaking Arizona. So sorry, buddy, you can't make thousands of freaking dollars because you cannot gamble in your damn state yet. But as
now it's time to go back to that.
Richie so kindly reminded us, yes, we can. So my question for you, Suave, I know Crasher's response. Have you been to a sports book in this state yet?
Not yet, because there's only one of them that are ready to go right now, and that's the one at the Phoenix Suns Arena. Other than that, the other ones are still being built across the state. So haven't had a chance yet, but I will be at several in Las Vegas this weekend. So, yeah.
We'll get to that, Suave. Again, our six-pack of picks are coming up. Are you sure that Wild Horse Pass Casino is their sports book is not open? When I was there about a month and a half ago, prior to being allowed to actually enjoy ourselves in a sports book, there was a white facade. They were still working on opening it up. Are you sure that Wild Horse Pass is not open?
I can't say for 100% certainty, but last I read is that they are working on getting them open by the end of the year in most places. So,
and I thought I saw Lone Butte advertising on their, what is it, off the 202, their huge kiosk. Mm-hmm. I thought they might be open
kiosks are probably available at most places now, yes, for sure, but full-on sports books.
Right. Okay.
Hold on just a second. Now, when I think of kiosk, I think of a kiosk in a freaking mall with Skipjack there looking at his phone. He's got an array of crap hanging from a cart.
No, that's like a bodega. That's more like a bodega.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Man, we need to have check marks on our shows for digging rabbit holes. Because we could probably get more mileage out of it. Is it a bodega or is it a kiosk? And really, who gives a damn about our freaking picks?
Very true.
Okay,
we just need Vegas Runner back in here. He explained everything of all sorts of sports betting lingo to us for many, many years. We need to get him back in here.
Think he could determine if it's a kiosk or a bodega?
Without question.
Crasher, what is it? Is it a kiosk or a bodega that you see in the mall?
No clue. In a mall, it's a kiosk.
Okay.
I believe.
Holy smokes.
I'm not 100%.
Well, Richie Flores does have some Latin in his blood, so maybe the bodega is where it's coming from. You're just a little partial to using the Latin word bodega in reference to a cart standing in the middle of a mall.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. It's a great explanation.
Oh
Trying
boy.
to go into my mind a little bit, like a psychologist.
Okay, so again, good 15 freaking minutes. We got about 11 minutes before we got to get the hell out of here. Richie, give me about 60 seconds of what's transpiring once we get off this video, or we call this live Twitch extravaganza.
Well, I appreciate you asking there, Ken. I'm going to be driving up to Las Vegas for the weekend. There's a music festival going on. It's called Life is Beautiful. The headliners are Tame Impala, Green Day, and Billie Eilish. Super excited. I haven't been to a music festival since February of 2020. I haven't been to Vegas in like 2 years. I haven't been to Vegas for 3 days in several years either. So it's going to be a great weekend. I don't know how much I'm going to gamble and or drink. We'll find out. Hopefully, I keep my phone in my pocket for the most part, and there isn't random shit that pops up on social media that I don't want people to see.
What do you mean you're not sure how much you're going to drink? Get out in front of one of the tables and you get drinks. They just, believe it or not, they hand them to you there. They're like, what can I serve you?
I'm going to be at a music festival for about 60% of the time, so I can't gamble at the music festival other than opening up my phone and using an app and placing a wager on a college football or the NFL.
It's still hot in the desert. You need beverages. You need
Yes,
the water
which is-
kind, but you also need the adult kind.
I'm going to drink water mostly.
Now, this is true. I wonder if millennials can handle an actual live sports book. Because a gentleman like himself, Richard C. Suave Crash, has only gambled on his phone when it comes
Well,
to
that's
betting
not
on
true.
teams,
That is
right?
not true.
It's
That's-
not true?
No, that's not true. When we've been to Vegas before, I've gone to an actual sports book and placed my $20 on a parlay or whatever.
Oh, right, with you. So you taught him. You taught him well.
Yeah, and Clancy too. And,
And
so
Clancy.
and here's the thing, I don't carry cash with me, so I don't really like doing it. So I like to bet on my phone. So much easier. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to pull out any cash. I can keep my head down so I don't have to see anybody. It's great.
God, what a
That
Yeah.
is millennial.
Yeah.
So millennial. Well, maybe those that aren't as schooled and as educated as you are, Richie, in heavy gambling, maybe they need some education. Maybe millennials, sports book betting millennial 101 guide. Maybe that's what they need, Richie.
Sure.
All right, let's get into our six-pack of picks, Freak Nation. All right, a six-pack of picks for this weekend. Cowboys at Chargers, Chiefs at Ravens, Vikings at the Cardinals, Alabama headed to Florida, Auburn at Penn State. That's going to be a monster game. ASU at Brigham Young University, headed up to Utah for that match. So let's do this. We're going to consider the spread. We're going to start off with Richard C. Suave. He's going to give us his six-pack of picks. Let's go ahead and start off with the NFL, Suave. Cowboys at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 3.5 points.
So here's a little nugget for you out there, everybody, Freak Nation. There have been 17 NFL games this season so far, and on only 4 occasions has the favorite covered the spread. So you're going to sense a theme here in my 3 picks for the most part. So therefore, I am taking in this game the Cowboys plus 3.5.
Chiefs at the Ravens.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Ravens. Chiefs are favored by 3.5.
I'm going to do the same thing here. The Ravens looked pretty good on Monday Night Football. They should have won that game. The Chiefs had to come from behind again in Week 1 to get their dub against the Browns. So I like in this game once again. I'm going to take the dog. I'm going to take the Ravens plus 3.5 in this game as well.
Vikings at the Cardinals. Cardinals giving up 3.5.
So in this game, I'm actually going to take the Cardinals. The Vikings were absolutely terrible in Week 1. I don't trust Kirk Cousins whatsoever. The Cardinals are back at home for the first time. There's a little bit of buzz around the team. We know that they usually do pretty well, I feel like, in terms of very, very early in the season before things go haywire. I think Crash mentioned that earlier in the week. So I'm taking the Cardinals minus 3.5 in that game.
Let's go into college football. Alabama making a visit to Florida. 14.5-point favorites. Bama is. Who you got?
I cannot bet against Nick D's nuts Saban in this game. It's a lot of points to give up, but I'm going to give up the points. So I'll take Bama minus 14.5.
It's going to be a monster game for Auburn to really show their wares headed into Penn State. 5-point favorites, Penn State, and the Lions are. Who you got?
I'm going to go back to my well here of taking dogs. I'm going to take Auburn +5 in that game.
ASU at Brigham Young University. BYU are the dogs here. They're giving up. No, they're taking in 3.5 points. In other words, ASU giving up 3.5. Who you got, Rich?
Yeah, I've watched as much Arizona State football as I can through the first 2 weeks of the season, and they look okay. Not great, so I'm a little worried about this game, but I cannot pick against my Sun Devils, so I'll take the Sun Devils minus the points here, minus 3.5.
Got it. So Richie's taking Chargers, Ravens, Cardinals, Bama, and in the Auburn Penn State game, you're taking who?
I'm taking Auburn. I'm also taking the Cowboys there, Ken. Gotta take the dog.
Oh, sorry about that, my friend. Sorry about that. I was
Thank you.
Thinking you're going to be riding the Sergeant horse here, and you are. and you're a believer in your Sun Devils in
Yes.
Utah.
Yes, they're the 19th ranked team in the nation for a reason there, Kenny. Go Devils.
Rankings early in the season, Richie. Let's see where they are come the 1st of December, my friend.
Yeah.
Crasher, are you ready for your six-pack of picks? I know typically you'll just go with wins and losses.
Yeah. This was a little more challenging for me this week.
But listen, typically you would kick our ass regardless when it comes to wins and losses. So let's start it off as we're considering the points in our picks, Crasher. Cowboys at the Chargers. Chargers, again, favored by 3.5.
I chose Cowboys because I just don't like that spread.
Oh, good research. I like that. You don't like that half point there?
Hey, Crash.
4 points, baby. 4 points.
Like you said, Crash, you're onto something there. Like I said, it's the underdog's day so far through the NFL's slate so far. So, yeah, I can dig it.
I did not go underdog, though, with Chiefs-Ravens, so I'm picking Chiefs there.
Well, between both of these quarterbacks, that Chiefs quarterback has a winning record, in other words, 0 losses against the Ravens since he's been at the helm of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So you're going Chiefs there, Crasher?
Yes, and then
More
the
than
next
3.
NFL pick, I'm going Vikings.
Got it.
Only because I think the spread is off. So I don't necessarily think the Vikings are going to win. I just think the spread is wrong.
So you're thinking maybe 2 points. The Cardinals should only be favored by 2 or a point.
Or a point, yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. Listen, we can all act like experts here, or we can be Crash and just go with our gut. A lot of times your gut's a hell of a lot better than spending the rest
And
of the
then
freaking
college,
day.
come on. Whatever. I'm all over the place here. What did I pick? I don't even know why I picked what I picked. Florida, Auburn, and BYU.
So Crasher believes it's going to be a much closer game than 14.5 points. She's going Florida. You're going Auburn. Mm-hmm. Rolling into the Nittany Lions crib.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still not buying them yet.
And you've got BYU.
Because what was that? Oh, that was 3.5. Yeah.
3.5.
Yes.
All right. So let's just reconfirm real quick. Crasher, you're taking the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Vikings, Florida, Auburn, and BYU.
That'd be it.
All right. I got about a minute and a half to get my picks in.
Go.
I'm not a believer in the Cowboys. I'm not a believer in the Cardinals. You've got to show me some consistency. The Chargers and the Eagles were my sneak picks of the year to surprise a lot of people. I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chiefs, given the fact that the same reason Crasher said. You got an undefeated quarterback against the Ravens. I'm going there. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Vikings. Again, I'm not a full believer. There's still Cliff Kingsbury on that sideline with the Cardinals. And what he did between last weekend and this weekend, I have no idea if it's going to carry over. Bama and Florida. I'm going to go with Florida because I just want to go against Bama. That's 2 touchdowns and some change that Bama's given up. And I understand it's Alabama, but they're still going into Florida's crib. Auburn at Penn State. I'm going to take Penn State in that. And then, of course, ASU, BYU. I'm not a believer in ASU yet. You got to give me 3 or 4 games to where I can gain some confidence. I'm going to take BYU in their own crib. Did all that make sense?
Yes,
Suave?
it did.
Sure.
Yes, it did. Hey, quick, I'm going to see how much you learned this week, Kenny. Who's the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Would that be Mr. Hurts?
Yay!
As in hurt me bad?
You
Right?
got it. You got
Okay,
it. Well
thank
done. Okay, you learned something this week. Good job, Kenny. You were
appreciate that.
listening.
Yeah, I sure did. Freak Nation, that's our six-pack of picks. What are your picks? Be sure to like this snappy little Kenny and Crash Twitch page and go subscribe to our YouTube page at Official Speed Freaks. Later!